So today I just want to share a little bit of a fun manifestation technique that I've just been kind of using for fun. And it's actually just been kind of hilarious how accurate and easy it can be to do. And I just want to share it with you all so you can practice your own self-belief. And so you can start to learn that you have the power of the universe and the ultimate power to awaken your manifesting superpowers. All right, tune in. Hey guys, so I'm Ashley from theawakenedstate.net, and today I want to talk about manifestation techniques that are silly, fun, and easy to do. So in pursuit of the launch of my new book, and this is like not the official copy, it's the resale, not for resale copy, but Awaken Your Power to Manifest, I talk a lot about the power of symbols. And so in the book, I talk a lot about symbols of awareness and how we can use symbols of awareness to increase our natural self-belief. So one thing we can do is we can start to increase our power of self-belief by naturally focusing on really silly, really random, really obvious things to manifest, because this naturally increases our beliefs of how we can literally believe in ourselves that we can naturally manifest. So one thing we can do in terms of understanding manifestation is it's all about self-belief. So self-belief is one of the strongest ways to easily start manifesting, because the more you build your self-belief, it is like building a muscle where you are training your mind to believe. You are training your mind to believe, so you are like building up that muscle, building up that muscle, building up that muscle, building up that muscle. And then so what naturally occurs is you start to believe more and more and more and more, and you start to enable a natural habitual snowball effect where you are now increasing your self-belief in manifestation. So if you are completely new to manifesting, one of the easiest ways to learn is by practicing your own symbols of awareness, just as I feature in the book. And so one thing I want to teach you today is how we can easily start to do this by understanding how our RAS works. So we have what is known as a reticular activating system. This is our focus of how we are seeing the world around us. Our focus filters out information so that we are not constantly bombarded by various stimuli, where we would be like, if we constantly were enabling our focus to focus on everything around us at all possible times and all possible circumstances, we would literally be like insane, because we wouldn't be able to focus, and our brains would not literally be able to have a laser point energy. Because if we don't have that, then what happens is our RES filters out the information. So naturally what occurs is our RES shows our focal point of attraction. So our focal point of attraction is how you're able to see synchronicity. Your focal point of attraction is how you're able to suddenly, like, you're thinking about money and then you see money, or then you focus on, well, I was talking to this person about this book the other day, and so just happened to mention it. And it's like, oh, I was just talking about that book. Didn't you hear about that book? And that is synchronicity, which is dominated around your RAS. So your RAS will show you your focused evidence of what you're attracting due to what you are focusing on. I hope that made sense. So your focus point will show you your point of attraction. All right. If your focus point determines your point of attraction, one thing that you can do to naturally increase your point of self-belief and building up that self-belief muscle is really starting to look at how can you manifest really silly, really random, really like almost obnoxious things. And because this is what's going to naturally enable you to start believing. And as you believe more, you're building up a momentum of belief. So then now it becomes much easier to manifest the big things because you're increasing your sense of belief, which is naturally going to increase your self-esteem. So your solar plexus is going to be empowered, and your solar plexus is empowered, then you're going to be propelled into magnetic action. So it starts a domino effect. So what is the technique? It's really simple and really easy. So what you want to do is you want to try to manifest something silly, something really obvious, or something really like obnoxious even. So obnoxious could be like a purple elephant or like a pink elephant. Or you could manifest something, and this is the one that I wanted to teach you, is I am grateful that I always find random money anywhere I go. I'm grateful that I always seem to find random, unexpected money everywhere I go. Money shows up in really random places. Money just shows up in random places. And so I started to do this one, and I kid you not, I have had money show up in really weird places. And it's funny because you wouldn't normally think about it either, because, you just set the intention, you just go on with your life, and it's just hilarious because it's like the other day I was at a waiting room with my mom, and on the table there was a plant, and there's like, how plants have like little like ceramic dishes and stuff. For some reason there was dimes on the dish of the plant, and I'm just like, that is so hilarious. Money shows up in random places. So my RAS tuned in and saw, look, there's more money in random places. And this is such a funny way to manifest because it works, and it will just kind of amaze you, especially if you're new to it. And what you can do is you can start to train your RAS to start to look for like random things that you wouldn't normally think about, because any other day I wouldn't have been like, oh yeah, it's just a dime. But because I've been practicing the silly affirmation, I'm like, oh my God, that's hilarious. What are the chances of finding dimes in the waiting room on a plate? Like, it's so random. And then another time I found like some money in the back seat of our Jeep in the trunk. And then another time I found random money, like, gosh, I can't remember where it was. It was in the dishwasher. Yeah, we found money in the dishwasher. It was just crazy. So you can see how just like these little silly things is like, oh, wink from the universe, wink from the universe. And so you have these little like winks from the universe, like games with the universe that you're playing. So you can do this technique with just about anything. I think it's funny to do it with money because it's just like hilarious, but you could do it with anything. You could do like a pink elephant. You could do a random gift that you wanted to receive. You could do something silly like a train, or something really random like, I don't know, the snake eating its tail. You could do something like that. That one's in the book, actually. So what you can do is you create these powers of awareness to start training your mind to believe. And then you start to easily begin to increase your natural ability to believe. So then when you start to manifest the big things, it becomes no different. So you start to realize that the penny that you saw in the plant dish was just as normal as $10,000. And you start to realize that manifesting is not that different the more you practice it, because it starts to become more normal. And the more we make it normal, the easier it becomes to increase our self-belief. We increase our belief. We believe in ourselves. We believe in our own universe. And that's what it's all about. So don't forget, the universe is inside of you, and you hold the power to design your life. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this amazing technique. I'd love to hear your own silly stories in the comments. I think it'd be a fun thing to share, like all of the random things that we find. All right, I'll see you guys next week.